It's free to play. You don't need them. They're not that expensive. What the fuck? Maybe it's due to the fact I quit engaging in online communities after 2017, but ever since I've tried to poke my head back into the Overwatch community, I have been met with so many corporate bootlickers that you can now see your own reflection in Bobby Kotick's shoes. Ignoring the fact that specific aspects of this monetization may actually be illegal in some Eurotard country, the overall greed coming from Blizzard when it comes to Overwatch 2 is downright criminal. Now, I'm not against spending money for virtual goods in a video game. I have done this before in games like Call of Duty for Honor and even the first Overwatch, but those were within reason. The stuff I purchased felt like I was getting something worth the price I paid, and though I may have paid for some things in more ways than one, I never did feel like I was getting ripped off with my money. I haven't even spent a dime in Overwatch 2 yet, but it still feels like I'm being owed something in return. The Halloween event is going on as of recording this, and 2 skins were announced with it, a Junker Queen and a Kiriko skin. The Junker Queen skin is $20, which is already a problem in and of itself, but the part that makes you really start to appreciate loot boxes is the Kiriko skin, clocking in at about $25. For starters, I think $20 for a single digital good is outrageous. I've recently made a rule for myself within the past couple of years that I think other people should start looking at as well, and that's capping purchases for a single digital good at $15. To some, this may even still be too much, and I can understand that, but I feel as though putting a limit on how much you spend for in-game items really helps not only make better financial decisions, but it makes those whores in upper management realize just how much their shitty product is worth. Going back to the $20 skins, do you realize how much $20 is? That is a third of an entire video game for a single skin, and I hope you weren't planning on earning those skins because they are 1900 Overwatch coins, and you are capped at earning 60 a week. Therefore, by using ye old sundial, it would take you 8 months to earn a skin, and while I don't know how these fucking things work, you don't need to know that Overwatch 2 hasn't even been out long enough for somebody to afford a legendary through only grinding, meaning you have to pay for the event exclusive Halloween legendaries because you are a fucking whale and companies hate you. Let's turn back the curtains of time. If you were even a somewhat dedicated Overwatch 1 player, you could level up maybe 4 or 5 times in a single day if you grinded enough, each level rewarding you a loot box which contains 4 items. Let's also factor in that within the last few years of Overwatch 1's life, they implemented a system so that you could not earn a duplicate item until you had every item in that specific rarity. And while we're at it, let's also add the 3 weekly arcade loot boxes you could earn for free. Thank God that Granite Sundial was also bundled with an abacus so we could do the math to figure out that grinding 4 levels every day for a week with the weekly loot boxes nets you 124 items, give or take, depending on whether or not you got credits in place of items, which you could then just use to buy the items you want. Mind fucking blown. Well, if you don't like it, don't buy. Well, how about I fucking kill you? How about that, huh? Get Blizzard's dick out of your mouth for 1 second and realize that's not the goddamn point. We paid $60 for Overwatch 1. We paid for a system where we could earn cosmetics pretty damn frequently for free. Then they announced Overwatch 2 and overwrote the first game with an objectively worse system with no way of going back to the original. If Overwatch 1 had stayed and I could still earn my cosmetics for free without bullshit grinding or paying money, then I wouldn't care. I would still voice the fact that I don't like it, but in the end, I could just ignore it and go about my day. It's the fact that we were forced into the system with no way back to the original, and the skins we were previously able to earn for free by just playing the goddamn game are now being sold in bundles at an insanely marked up price. Loot boxes were bad for the gaming industry. That is a fact that I think everyone but out-of-touch suits can agree on. But compared to this, where singular skins for a singular character in a singular game cost more than your average indie game, well, it almost kind of makes you miss them. Just kind of like your old abusive ex. Sure, she put out her cigarettes in your cat's eyes, but she choked on your dick like she was trying to kill herself, so, you know, silver lining, I guess. This is my main gripe with the new system. We could go back and forth all day about the pricing of the cosmetics in the shop, but the fact that Overwatch 1 was stolen from us, and we have to put up with the new one, is what makes things so frustrating. Imagine, for a second, if you will, that Modern Warfare 2 came out, and in the process removed Modern Warfare 1 from the face of the earth. I imagine you would be pretty upset, but then as the final fuck you on top, they released the Mastery Camo Damascus from Modern Warfare 1 as a bundle in the shop because you didn't earn it when you had the chance, and now you have to fork up the cash to get something that was previously free. That is what is wrong with Overwatch 2. If they at least made the cosmetics from the first game free, but with some dumb bullshit challenge tied to it, then it would at least be better. It would maybe add some kind of interesting grind to the game, because all there is right now is the battle pass. I'm able to overlook some of its minor gameplay issues, as I've experienced next to no bugs and there isn't really any busted ass character that makes playing the game a nightmare, but this shitty greed just cannot be overlooked. The fact that there are skins from the previous game that I could have earned for free but didn't, and now have to pay an almost $50 bundle to get those skins I missed, is reason enough to be angry. Unfortunately, I stand by what I said in my last video, that Blizzard isn't going to change a damn thing about this. We can complain as much as we want on every social media platform on earth, but the only way for actual change to happen is to vote with your wallets. But so long as dumb bitch assholes like these exist, nothing will ever be changed. Yeah, sure, I could have ranted about the battle pass, but to be honest, it's the least offensive thing about this game's whole monetization. Boring? Yeah, probably, but it's nothing special. The only real complaint I have for it is that it doesn't follow other games trends where the paid version has more premium currencies that you can use to buy the next season's battle pass. That and the heroes being in it, but I'm being optimistic to think that Blizzard won't do that again with the next hero after this incident.